Captain for the night. What a way for Arsenal to win it in the end.
Yeah, unbelievable. More complicated than it should be, to be honest. First half, amazing first half. Many chances. I think the team deserved to win comfortably today. But this is football. This is why football is so great and everyone loves it. So, yeah, now in penalties, but a win is a win, and we're in the semi-finals, so really, really happy.
Yeah, how pleased are you as well for your standing goalkeeper, second goalkeeper, Kepa?
Yeah, so pleased. I mean, he deserves it. He's a very good guy, hard worker, every training session giving his best, supporting everyone, and he's a really nice guy, so yeah, very happy for him.
Yeah, in this competition 3 years ago, he played in a final and missed the decisive penalty in this competition, so that'll mean a lot to him.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. Many penalties, and the decisive one, the last one, he saves it. Now he feels part of the team. I mean, this shows that everyone in this team has their time and they play a role, and today was him that saved us, so really happy.
Is the frustration that you had to win it the hard way, though, that you couldn't finish some of those great chances?
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is the highest level, and obviously if you keep missing chances, they'll have the chance as well. And we have to learn from mistakes. Obviously, we all want to score. Maybe it's I don't know, having more focus or being more accurate. But to be fair, at the end of the game, we cannot concede that free kick. We cannot concede those throw-ins. We have to be a much more composed team, mature team, and handle the last minutes in a better way.
5 games before you play the semi-final, but it'll be Chelsea over 2 legs for you.
Yeah, big game, massive game, hard opponent. I mean, didn't matter who we played. Everyone is really, really good team. So yeah, focus now on the next game, and we'll see in the semi-finals Chelsea.
Breathless stuff tonight, but well done.
Thank you very much.
William, that was more dramatic than you might have liked, but how pleased to get through?
Yeah, of course, it was a tough game against a top team. We know it's always hard to play against Palace, but I think we did well. We scored almost at the end, and apart from my mistake, who helped us to score at the end, we played well. Kepa was good today, so yeah, we are so happy to be in semi-final now.
You created so many chances, particularly in the first half. When you did get the lead, were you thinking that was enough?
Yeah, of course, first half we played so well, but we knew that it was not enough because we have to score. At the end we scored, but yeah, unfortunately we conceded at the end of the game, but at the end Kepa saved us in the penalty shot, so we are so happy to have him, and we are so happy to be in the semi-final.
Kepa, you've had a relatively quiet night, but then when the goal goes in at the end, are you thinking that's possibly the worst scenario?
Well, I think we should take a couple of opportunities that we had in the first half. I think we played so well, then they changed, they adapt a little bit, and second half was like more 50-50. Even like this, we had big chances, and yeah, it's something that we have to improve. We conceded a couple of games in the last minute, so something that we have to improve and focus on that.
When it goes deep into a penalty shootout like that, and the goals just keep going in and in and in, what is your mindset? You think I just need to get hold of one?
You have to keep the cool and think in the next one. Be focused, don't lose your focus, is important, because as soon as you save one, maybe it's decisive.
And William, this game is all about winning silverware. This is a great chance now, you're in the semi-finals.
Yeah, we are so happy to be in semi-final. You have to take, you have to learn the lesson from last season, because we got the semi-final last season, but we lost the 2 games. So now this season we want to win both games, and we want to go in the final.
Well done both of you. William is the Carabao Cup player of the match. Do the honours, Kepa.
Of course. Big game. Beast.
Yeah. Thank you, my guy.
Well done.
Yeah, what?
Just about all smiles at the end of that penalty shootout. William Saliba holding aloft the player of the match trophy. A rock, as ever, at the back for Arsenal.
Breathless stuff indeed. And the quality of penalties, Ian. Yeah. We should say something about that. I think still we think, oh, there'll be a few misses. Yeah. And neither goalkeeper got anywhere near any of them until the last one.
No, it's a very high standard. The penalties were very good. To the point then, because what happens when you do that, you think, well, I don't fancy him, and then bam, he takes another great penalty. But like the goalkeeper didn't have any chance apart from that one what he took there at the end, Lacroix, and he got down to it. Kepa, well done to him.
I mean, Maxence Lacroix, as we said along with Mark Gahey, no one's played more minutes. Sometimes Johnny just says, not my night. I've scored an own goal and I missed the vital penalty. just football sometimes, isn't it?
That is. It's the cruelty of it. Sometimes it comes and raises its head like that on nights like this. But he's an outstanding player and an outstanding servant, first and foremost, for this club. And this is just one of those nights where it didn't quite fall for him.
No, absolutely. Ian, do you think Arsenal will sit there and go, bearing in mind the first half and the chances they created, that they'll go, actually, we just about deserve that?
But it's something that they're going to have to really focus on for the rest of the season, you know, being ruthless enough to finish these games. And then, if you haven't finished those games, then being defensive enough to see them out, because I think the foul from William Saliba at the end there, it's a poor foul to give away.
Mikel Merino said as much, didn't he, in that interview?
For a player of his experience, it's a terrible foul to give away. And you kind of felt it in the air that something was coming, because Palace were so much better in the second half. And in the end, you know, obviously the penalty shootout did it for them. But like, it was the decisions that were made in that game was something that you have to look at if you're Arsenal.
They defended the corners on the whole, Palace, very well. I know they conceded 4 goals from set pieces at Ellen Road, but up until when Arsenal scored, they dealt with everything from a set piece point.
Exhalation's as much relief as it is anything else, isn't it? And relief because they found themselves into the semi-finals. This is how it's gone with regards to how we're going to see these teams line up. The quarter-finals with Chelsea beating Cardiff, Manchester City beating Brentford, Newcastle beating Fulham, and then 8-7 on penalties tonight. Arsenal beating Crystal Palace. This is what it means for January, and then obviously into February. Newcastle, Man City, January the 13th. January the 14th, Chelsea against Arsenal. Second legs, February the 3rd, Arsenal-Chelsea. And obviously the reverse on February the 4th, Man City and Newcastle, all on Sky Sports, of course.
Goal Ward and Ian Wright have been watching one-way traffic, but no goals. But I would suggest it's probably the best Arsenal have played for about a month, isn't it?
Yeah, they look very sharp, moving the ball very quickly, obviously. Gabriel Martinelli's having a wonderful time down this left side. Hopefully that's not too bad what's happened to him, but yeah, it's the way you want to see them playing, a little quicker, making a lot of chances. Goalkeeper Benitez has made some very, very good saves, but Arsenal started very, very well.
What's Palace's issue been, Joel?
I think Martinelli on this left-hand side, JD Campbell, maybe giving him a little bit too much space. Might just need to release himself a little bit early.
Danny, I certainly think it's fair. What's your confidence level that the Gunners will reverse that trend and make it different this time?
A couple of weeks ago, I think when we had the midweek set of fixtures not so long ago, very confident. I said at the time, only Arsenal can stop Arsenal. But that's before City clicked into gear. And the interesting thing is that when you look at Arsenal, and we've openly said it on the show so many times, they have been incredible this season. And when we've spoken about Manchester City, they're like, oh, you know, they're lacking the consistency. They're 2 points behind Arsenal now. And for me, the game changer for Manchester City, I think Manchester City win the league. And the game changer for me was when they went to Fulham and won 5-4. All of a sudden after that, you're like, no, they've not got enough control within this team to actually win the league. And I looked at it and thought, this is for Arsenal. Since then, they've won the last 3 Premier League games, 3-0 each game, clean sheet in all those 3 games. And it's as though that was sort of a turning point for Pep Guardiola, where he was like, we need to have more control. He changed the system, got a couple of more extra midfielders. And we know, second half of the season, they just get stronger and stronger and stronger.
1 vote for Man City. You going to make it 2?
Yeah, and I wrote them off at the beginning of the season. I said they'd be nowhere near a Premier League contenders. I just didn't see it at the start of the season.